BIOPLUS with BIOPLUS.
Okay.
Just stay calm. You've got this. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, guys. We are focusing our attention on our matric students writing their finals at the moment. We feel you. With exam season in full swing now, students need all the help that they can get to aim for their very best results. And here to give us some tips and tricks on how to process a lot of information is educational psychologist and good friend of ours on the show, Sharon Aitken. Doc, welcome back.
Thank you.
So good to have you here. This is an unbelievably stressful time. I think all of us carry a bit of that with us for the rest of our lives because it's this gateway that you've got to get through, and there is so much pressure. Self-imposed, societal, school, friends, peer, it's all there. How do we approach this? What is the best way to start preparing for our exam season? I know maybe a little bit too late, but if we can spread that vibe, those good vibes right now, let's try and do that. So where do we start?
You're not going to like this. To be honest, when you want to start learning for exams, it's actually the very first day back at school at the beginning of the year. So you actually want to...
We're talking to next year's matriculants
yeah,
right now. For this first part, we're talking to next year.
Don't do it again. Yeah. Don't cram learning games. So start at the beginning of the year and just consistently learn your vocab and anything that needs to be in your long-term memory all the way through the year. And for subjects like maths, accountancy, and physics, you want to actually be practicing them as well. Because it's like learning to drive a car.
It's neural pathways that have to be worked and over and over and over.
You don't want to go for your driver's license without having practice.
Yeah,
so maths, science, Afrikaans, those subjects you need to be practicing all the way.
Great, so we needed a car crash analogy now for our exams. Thanks so much for that one. Now, I get that. You want to be comfortable with the terminology. I know with things like biology, for instance, like if you spell something wrong, you lose the point. So don't lose out on technicalities.
Exactly.
Get the basics down.
Yeah.
This requires a huge amount of mental energy. And the crazy thing is we found out when you enter into these kind of, I'll use that term, these gateways, these stressful things, the amount of mental energy you use, for instance, doing live TV, 3 times what a normal person uses. I would imagine in an exam situation, 10 times what you would use on a daily basis. So how do you manage your physical self and your well-being during this process?
You know, the problem with the learning, leaving your learning until the end of the year is that you're actually burning the candle at both ends.
Yeah,
so you've got to try not to do that. So they want to eat healthily as much as possible. In fact, try not to change your diet at all. Just stick to the foods that you would normally eat. Get enough sleep. I know they're going to be studying until 2 o'clock in the morning, but you can't write an exam if you haven't had 8 hours of sleep. So
honestly,
they really need to plan around that. Some good sleep. And if you're used to exercising, don't stop exercising. Try fit that into your study timetable. Make sure you're getting the exercise that you need.
And it doesn't have to be a lot.
No.
15, 20 minutes can just reframe things.
Exactly. And then it'll reduce the levels of anxiety as well. And that's
because you get the dopamine or whatever those chemicals that get released into the brain.
Exactly.
It's great. Supplements do play a vital role in these particular moments in our lives because you are pushing yourself above and beyond. How should we approach supplementation when we're in the front line?
Well, you want to boost your immune system, or at least keep that stable. So a good supplement like multivitamins, minerals, those kinds of things. Try and I don't want to say the word experiment, but don't start using something during the exam time when you haven't tried before, because otherwise it's going to have, you know, it might have bad side effects and things. So, yeah, it's just eat healthy, sleep, exercise.
Yeah, and then you've got the support when you need it. If there could be one piece of advice, maybe in the form of a mantra, something that you could say to yourself, because I think we cling to these things. What do you say to yourself when the chips are down? What's that piece of advice that's really worked for you, do you think?
Breathe.
Breathe.
Just breathe. You've got this. One step at a time and breathe.
And as much as it feels like, yes, the most important day of your life, it is very important because it's important to you, to no one else. Don't match yourself against some other standard. It's all about you getting out what you've put in, and you want to do yourself proud in this moment, but it's not going to define the rest of your life. And know that there are people in your corner, and BioPlus is there to boost your mental vitality and your physical energy if you need it. And one lucky viewer stands the chance of winning a study hamper to the value of 2,000 Rand from BioPlus. I like the sound of that. To enter, simply reply to the competition post on our Expresso social pages and tell us what are your best study tips or tricks to cram in all that material in a short space of time. Remember to include hashtag BIOPLUS exam, and that competition closes Tuesday, 8th of November at noon, so get on it. But you can find all the terms and conditions on expressoshow.com. Sharon, thank you so much. On behalf of all the students you've helped, thank you so much, and good luck, guys.
Be more plus with BioPlus.